This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 832, and boy, do we have a show for you.
Woohoo!
I actually need to look over the show notes to confirm that this is the case, but I'm pretty sure that it is. You'll be getting
It would serve you so right if there's only 4 bullet points in the show notes this week.
Yeah, you'll be getting my real-time reaction to some of this stuff. Because instead of boning up pre-show, we've been talking about comic book movies. That was Chris. Matt's here. Matt, thank
Hello.
you so much.
You are welcome.
Yeah, Matt sent me an early birthday gift. It's a command uniform bathrobe from the original series, and I love it. I love it so much. I love it. Thank you. Don's here.
Hey, everybody.
Diecast's here.
Hey, everybody.
And Rob.
Hello.
So I don't like talking about my birthday much, but my birthday is coming up in a couple of weeks, and on that day, some of us will be watching Rise of the Beast. So that's Wednesday, June 7th. So we're actually, if you watch the live stream, I just dropped my mouse. We'll be not doing the show that day. We'll be doing it the following Thursday. Yeah, so because some of us will be watching Rise of the Beast, and we'll give you our spoiler-free thoughts on that episode of the show, which I guess will be, 8:34?
Yeah. Probably.
So
we'll go with that for the moment.
Yep. So I'm sort of, I'm trying to convince myself that I'm looking forward to the movie. I have mixed emotions. Like sometimes I'm like, it's not gonna be that bad. It'll be nice to see a Transformers movie in the theater with my kids. Because when did Bumblebee come out? 2018?
Yeah. Late
Yeah.
2018.
Yeah. I think I had kids then.
I
mean, I know I had kids.
I'm almost positive you were fostering at that point.
Yeah, I know I had kids at that point. I just don't know that I watched it with them. So this will be the first time we watch a Transformers movie in the theater together. Maybe.
I will grudgingly admit that when I saw there was like a select cities pre-release showing, I did look to see if there was one near me on June 5th, just to be like, yeah, okay, I'll go see it if I see it before Kilby.
Oh, where's that actually happening?
I didn't see any near you either.
Oh, thank you for checking. Okay, yeah, the 7th is the earliest showing that I have, so that's when I'm seeing it. Okay, so hey, so on our Patreon, Diecast yesterday, for the first time in 4
like 5 years?
4 years, I think. He recorded an episode of There Goes My Money, and it's on our Patreon right now. It's going to stay an exclusive Patreon podcast. I mean, that Diecast is not signing up to do more episodes, but he did one because so many pre-orders went up this week, so we're going to talk a lot about that stuff. But Diecast, that's awesome. I have not listened to it yet, other than just to do some quick edits. I'll listen to it tomorrow while I'm at work. So that's awesome.
No, and if you do listen to it, if you're a Patreon and you listen to it and you like it, let us know.
Yeah,
because
Diecast might sign up to do more.
Yeah, we might be able to do a couple more.
Yeah. So the most important thing for me that happened this week is the first news item, which is the first look at G2 Mirage from Legacy. So
from the Toxitron Collection.
So we are calling it the Toxitron Collection. Okay.
Yes.
Well, it seems to be what Hasbro's calling it, so we're just rolling with it.
So I'm glad that I'm glad that I sold my whoever made that Ocular Max. Was it Ocular Max?
Yeah,
that sounds right.
MMC Ocular Max.
Yeah, I'm glad I sold that now.
So I'm anticipating that Matt will be unhappy with this.
Why would you say such a thing? It's gorgeous.
Because once again, we're getting a Mirage without the toy head that we know exists.
Okay. Excellent point.
I'm unhappy about that, at least.
Excellent point. That did make me absolutely furious. Also, the head should just be completely green, like there should be no paint on it. But I'm holding out hopes because we've used this mold 7 times now. 7 times. We're eventually going to get that stupid Diaclone color, and that one can have the toy head.
No, it'll have the cartoon head too.
There are no tampos for the legs like the original toy had.
But they are on the arms.
Oh,
The alligator tampos, they move them to the spoiler so that they remain on the arms in robot mode,
okay.
which I think is quite wonderful.
Yeah, because the Siege Earthrise Mirage doesn't transform anything like original Mirage, so there has to be some compromises
That's
in
true.
where Deco elements land.
In our Discord, tfradio.net/Discord, there are complaints that the Diaclone Red Mirage is never going to come out.
Yeah, it's probably pretty low on the list.
Makes me sad because I
'Cause
love that.
If you think about it,
This is the 7th one, and they haven't done that stupid red deco yet.
so like
Why?
But this
Well-
is better.
the Diaclone stuff that we've had for the most part has been stuff that was released as Diacron toys in the US before Transformers came out. Like that seemed to be a stealth theme with that. And then,
Mostly, but not completely.
Powered Convoy we got because of the Shattered Glass thing. I'm feeling like for the larger part here, the Diaclone stuff they were doing was Diacron specifically, and if something else can kind of fit in, they'll tuck it in there. But like, I think Red Mirage is kind of a little bit, far afield right now because there's not even like an existing official Transformers name for that concept.
Well, there's not official names for a lot of the Diaclone repaints they got. I mean, like Ironhide, they called him DK3 Guard.
Yeah, but that's the Diacron thing. So they wanted to complete that specific set of toys. So they just
But then some of them they just throw a name on, like Lift Ticket.
Yeah.
which was a pre-existing thing that had already been determined for that deco.
Well, we're getting a G2 Mirage at some point somehow, and I will have it, and I will be happy.
Yeah,
me too.
Walmart exclusive line. So eventually this will go up for pre-order on Pulse, where you'll probably have a better chance of getting it than from Walmart themselves.
Yep.
Because it's going to be like Cosmos, and you're
Yep.
going to have a hard time getting it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we don't even know how many are per case either.
Yeah, it's probably going to.
We don't know
like
that case breakdown yet.
wave where they sent out about 6 boxes.
Yeah, there's a package refresh of Shadow Strip, the G2 drag strip, that's going to run in that. And then I think the other short pack thing, if I remember right, they were saying that like all the toys are going to be in a case, maybe. The other short pack thing I think is the other G2 Stunticon.
Oh, good.
So
Yeah,
Mirage
no one
may
wants that.
Mirage may actually be 2 to a case.
We also got is it a first look? It is first
Yeah.
look, right? On Shattered Glass Hot Rod.
Because we only knew that was going to be a thing like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
What are you guys' thoughts?
It's not the E-Hobby deco. I hate it.
It's not the E-Hobby Deco. I still love it because that's a good toy, and it's black and purple, and I'm gonna have to have that.
I mean, yeah, I'm getting it. I'm lukewarm on it. Not,
I like that it still has the visor option.
Yeah, they
I
wouldn't remove that though.
I would totally still buy the E-Hobby colors though, Hasbro. Just saying.
I would also still get R.E.D. sideburn colors on this.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
Why does he look bigger than the hot rod, the regular hot
Is
rod?
the
wings are
person
different.
holding it with small hands. I don't know.
I think it's the
Forced
angle of the shot.
perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
strange though, but yeah, I like it. I like that he has the mustache and everything. And
Yeah, I mean, for the Shattered Glass deco, it's a really good execution. This is not the black hot rod I wanted, though.
It is definitely the runner-up, but I will still buy it.
Hey, it's a thing. Let's see here. I was surprised by this. This is not something I had on my bingo card. Beast Wars reaction figures.
So we've known for a while these were going to be coming.
I don't remember that at all.
Like the first word then was at least a few months ago. I think maybe
it's
still during 2022.
Yeah, maybe it's something that I read on the show and it went in my eyes, out my ears, and I never thought about it again. This just to me came like as a complete surprise. I like
Why
them.
do I like these?
I don't know, but they look right. They don't.
Yeah.
They look. They don't look. They look like somebody took the toys and said, "How can I do a respectful rendition of this at 3 3/4 inches?" And they did it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Questions about how some of this is going to play out in like actual plastic since these are renders right now, but
I do not remember this being a thing at all. This makes me very happy, but I'm not getting them.
you know, we always talk about how reaction stuff, a lot of the point of getting it is just to have like a wall hanger thing because the card art is so good. I'm not really feeling the cards on these.
I mean, they're extremely generic.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're kind of, Beast Wars meets Kenner Star Wars, which is pretty much exactly what the figures are. So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really feel these.
Yeah, like I would say that the styling of the toys are somewhere between toy and show. Some of them are pretty toy accurate, some of them are not. I like it. I like the balance that they have with it. I kind of wish they didn't exist though, because I would be tempted to buy them, but they don't fit my collection. Is anybody getting these?
No.
probably
I might
not.
get one if they end up cheap.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, if they get clearance to like $2
Yeah,
$3 a piece.
if they
maybe
get
$5.
clearance, I might, depending on the card art for like say Tigertron or Tigertron's one of my favorite characters from the series. So
How deep do you
depends.
expect them to get?
Show characters only.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't expect to see Prowl or
I mean,
it would.
I mean, we got non-show characters in G1, so, but they were repaints.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it'd be nice at some point if they do Beast Machines, we can get a Botanica, the
I-
first actual
So
toy of Botanica.
reaction beast machines could actually be interesting if they go like full show accurate on those.
I don't know that there's enough people clamoring for Beast Machines.
No, probably not. But the idea is interesting though, just because I think they could do good replicating the show models for those, which would never really work as traditional toys.
I agree. Do we think there will ever be a Beast Machines nostalgia?
Not in our lifetime.
I mean, like, so with G1 nostalgia, it's not always, but typically it's seasons 1 and 2 of the show. Less so season 3, not never, because we get characters, season 3 post movie characters a lot. But like typically the stuff is seasons 1 and season 2 Beast stuff. It's almost it's all Beast Wars. Like I don't know a single person that I know people that like Beast Machines. I mean, I think Beast Machines is fine, but nobody begs for it.
Mhm.
So I don't know. What? Okay, EarthSpark Warrior Class stock photos: Jawbreaker, Starscream, and Megatron.
Why is Jawbreaker like some sort of like dino chicken or something like that? Like, what is this?
I think that's a Pachycephalosaurus.
It's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say Pacus something other dinosaur. I think Chris is right.
It looks terrible.
It's been a while since I was 8, so
Yeah,
It's
that's
been slightly less time since I was 8.
yeah.
if it's not a Tyrannosaurus or a Stegosaurus or a Triceratops, it's not something I'm really familiar with. Only the main dinosaurs really stuck in my head.
I kind of just look at the robot mode on this and wonder, like, okay, are they planning like some different parts to stick on this and make another Sharkticon of this at some point?
Yeah. I think I've bought one EarthSpark toy, and I don't think I plan on buying any more. Unless they show up in Generations, then I'll buy them.
That Megatron, I thought these were warrior class figures, but that seems to have like fused legs.
Yeah,
Or,
that's got to
Like,
be like
that looks practically one step is what it looks like from here.
yeah,
And not
yeah.
far off.
Maybe. The the source that has these, unless I misread it, was calling them warrior class, but it could have been mistaken.
No, yeah, the Megatron. I'm looking at the packaging. It says 1-step flip changer.
Okay, that makes a
It might-
lot
it
more
might be-
sense.
It might be Warrior, Jawbreaker, and Starscream, and the Megatron might be a new one-step toy then.
Yeah, you're right. Now that I look at the now that I actually read instead of
Yeah,
just
okay.
look at the pretty pictures.
Let's see here. First look at EarthSpark Deluxe Nightshade.
No pictures of the alternate mode yet, unfortunately.
Yeah, so this does like next to no good.
I mean, it's something.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, I mean it's a picture of a toy in a box. It's
That's what we do on the show. We talk about pictures of toys and boxes mostly.
Yeah, but they don't even have the back of the box, which shows,
Well, sooner or later.
That's yeah.
So the character turns into an owl or a statue of an owl or something like that.
yeah.
So it'll be a grand adventure to wait and see, how that actually translates into the toy.
And this toy is the one of controversy, but we won't talk about that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, it's a non-issue that people are making a mountain out of a molehill that they shouldn't be anyway because they're being idiots.
Okay, sounds good to me. So, we have photos of Legacy Armada Megatron. Yay.
Drop my pre-order across the board. Not gonna worry about them
Why?
because there is nothing new there. There is a video up. I watched it.
Their knees, that's new.
Yeah, but here's
there's forward hip joints. That's new.
yeah, but the thing is though, there's nothing. It's like the Micromasters to me. It's G1 or in this case Armada with ball joints. There's nothing new. There's nothing innovative. There's nothing that actually makes you say, "Hey, that's an interesting way of doing that." I know to be Armada Megatron, it has to be transformed a certain way. I get that. It has to look like it. You can't go out too far out of that bubble. But it doesn't do anything interesting in getting from A to B. If you've got the original toy, I don't see any reason for getting this unless you're hedging your bets on that perceived upcoming tidal wave for the combined mode. But as a standalone figure, there's nothing new under the sun here except more articulation.
So
But there,
that
you know-
toy, the original toy, is probably my all-time favorite Transformer.
see,
And
it's
that-
not for me. It's not for me. That's why I was wanting this
Well,
toy to make me like that toy.
I love that toy. I love that toy. But my original thought, Don, is closer to where you are in the sense that I didn't know that I needed it because it can't live up to the original toy. And the more I see of this, like, I think it actually looks a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So I'm still going to get it. But, like, it's not going to be as good as the original toy because it can't be.
No, and
Yeah.
like it's folly to go and expecting it to be as good as the original toy. No, none of these Armada updates are going to be as good as the original toy in basic toy value. That's not what they're for.
I mean, I wasn't looking at to be a better updated toy. I was wanting it to be a more interesting toy, if that makes any sense.
It's not possible, Don.
No,
mean, I
'cause what makes it
guarantee-
interesting. Sorry, I guess.
No, that's okay. I guarantee this will be a nice toy. It looks like
It
a
looks
fun
fine,
toy.
yeah.
It doesn't look like a frustrating transformer.
Yeah.
And the thing that really like puts a smile on my face is, and I'm not a big Armada fan, but look how good the picture of Megatron next to Optimus
Oh, yeah.
looks.
It
That
looks
just
great.
looks
I was
right
going-
to me.
Yeah, I was going to point that out. They've got
It's
this
beautiful.
Megatron in like a nice, healthy leader class size. It's actually got the full size it should. It scales right with, base robot Optimus. It scales well with the Starscream that none of you like.
Yeah.
Like they got the size relationships down between these toys. I'm really hoping like next year or the year after even we will see like a Voyager Demolisher to like continue that forward. But like in those terms, I like what they're doing with these Armada updates. I appreciate them for give me traditionally posable toy based on these Armada designs. let me still have the original toys to do what the original toys did, but let me also have, transforming action figures that represent them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, please give me a Sideways yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But only been waiting for that since like 2008 when they did Hot Shot.
Yes.
I'm going to check real quick to see, because I will forget if I don't, how much a boxed vintage Armada Megatron is, because I need that in my life. I'll continue to look. $300. Ah.
Oh,
Never-
wow.
Yeah, never mind. Okay.
Dang.
Yes, we've reached the point where that's nostalgic for people in their 20s, Brian.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Here's a Micron Legend version for $89. That's a little better.
Okay, so like that being the case, I would assume the actual selling price of a boxed Armada Megatron is not $300.
I'm adding it to my watch list anyway. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. But I like the Armada packaging better than the Micron Legend packaging.
The Armada packaging is really cool.
It was. It just really stood out on the shelf, especially.
So, like, Hasbro for a period of time there, like every new packaging style, it felt like they were trying to, innovate on what Transformers packaging was. Like, you go from Beast Machines, which was like a very basic kind of thing with, the same Cheetor face or the Optimus Primal face, depending which product year. Then you go to Robots in Disguise that had the landscape orientation, I will call it, packaging for the deluxes, which was really different and unique on the shelves. Then you go to Armada with the multi-stage bubbles on there with the stickers or character cards, and still in the kind of that horizontal layout. And then you get into things a little bit later on, like classics with the flip down panel to show the vehicle or alternate, or the vehicle or the robot mode on the toy. Like, there was really cool stuff going on. At the same time, Takara's packaging during that same stretch really felt like, yeah, they just kind of found a niche and they just clung to it heavily.
Yeah.
Like, they just it was very stagnant for Takara's packaging styles during that time. So, like, between the two, Hasbro packaging usually was kind of better.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. What is next? TFW covers Hasbro during its 51st annual JP Morgan Global Technology Media and Communications Conference.
Yeah, so I got bullet points for the main takeaways here.
Internally, they're bullish on Transformers because it was up 9%.
Yeah, with they're reading that as help from going into the movie season here, but in a down year, Transformers is actually up a little bit.
Yeah, and regarding the Mattel licensing agreement, it makes sense to leverage Transformers to be able to have like Optimus Prime and Hot Wheels. That'll be weird, but it'll be nice.
Yeah, and like for the Mattel side of it, he specifically called out the Barbie Monopoly that they're doing. That was going to be like an extremely pink Monopoly set that he thinks is going to stand out well on shelves.
Yeah. Let's see here. Retro Thundercrackers hitting Walmart shelves finally. So if you don't have that, you want it. It's nice. Get it.
Although around here, I still just see the same Star Screams.
Yeah,
Yep.
same. Yeah.
Same Star Screams.
Yep.
Not even a Hot Rod yet.
Nope.
Okay. I love Rob Springer's post on this. Animatronic Optimus Primal from Rise of the Beast. As he put it, the Robosen we have at home. I laughed and laughed and laughed.
Actually, the Robosen we have at home is the next item, but that also applies to this one, yes.
Oh, okay. So, auto-transforming RC Optimus Primal and Bumblebee.
That's the Robosen we have at home.
Is this the same one that's on shelves now?
I'm
Target?
not sure.
No, it doesn't look exactly the same.
I think the one on shelves at Target, is that not a G1 styled one?
It is a G1 styled one.
Yeah, so these are movie styled Optimus and Bumblebee. I wouldn't be surprised to see these in, North America at some point. Right now they're launching in China.
Yeah, I just let me show them for people watching the video.
They look so terrible.
They look terrible, yeah.
I mean, we've had stuff in this style before. I think they did this for the Bumblebee movie. I think they were even around for one or two of the earlier movies too.
Let's see here. Eat popcorn directly out of Optimus Prime's hollowed out head.
Yeah,
I love this.
I like this. I would want to get one of these.
Yeah,
If
so
the-
if you have a Cinemark franchise theater around you that you can go to, you'll be able to buy one of these from them, price unknown.
Oh,
at the
what
recording.
kind?
Cinemark?
Okay, they must not be around me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't have that either.
I've got one.
A little north of you, probably, diecast.
Darn it.
It's pretty cool looking.
A very similar Optimus Prime head bucket that may actually be identical is currently being distributed to a theater system in Mexico. So these might push through to other theater chains in the U.S. Also, it's not really clear like what kind of exclusivity there actually is on this.
So Dottie Cinema in Malaysia has Res the Beast cups with Hopper figurines.
Yeah, so the Optimus Prime, very, middle of the road, just like normal looking, kind of cool. The Bumblebee, meanwhile, is a nightmare.
Nightmare, exactly. As nightmare fuel. I like the look of the cup though. I think the cup looks sharp.
These could not be more disparate from each other.
Yeah, but the cup itself looks really sharp. It looks pretty rocking.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like, I hope there are other things on the shelf that has that as like the art on it. So I would.
I mean,
I think it's a piece of stock art. I swear I've seen it before. I
Yeah.
just don't know where.
I think it's on the mugs.
Like a notebook or something with that on it would look pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, you'll probably find something like
Or
that,
a
or a
towel.
backpack, maybe.
A
Lunchbox.
Monro Auto Service Centers offers poster cross branded service package.
Oh my god, a poster.
Yeah.
Oh my.
They'll also have character standees that you can take pictures with.
I mean,
Yeah.
poster used to be a pretty big deal.
It's no Valvatron, as
It's
I
no
put in the
Valvatron,
show
yeah.
notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when that promotion ends, I'm sure people will be getting those standees as any way they can.
Yeah,
But
my local sheets. I mean, I've seen several of them now. The Airheads promotion, like the Airheads stand up. I took a picture of it. I didn't post it anywhere. I forgot to. But I mean, there's some neat looking stuff.
I would totally like the stand up standee, or how you say it, of Optimus Prime. The Primal, I think I would pass on. That would just be weird.
Yeah.
So, interesting thing about this, it's possible that this cross promotion happened because Ben Montano, who departed Hasbro recently, is working in the marketing department for Monro Auto Service now.
Really?
oh, cool.
Really? I didn't know that.
Well, unless there's two people in the same general field named Ben Montano, and it's just a really wacky coincidence.
No, makes sense.
Okay, cool. So let's jump to what we got this week. Diecast. Did you get anything?
Nope.
Oh God. Okay. Let's go.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don.
Wow.
When's the last time that happened?
It's been a while.
Don.
Well, I just got through buying something on the show, so there's that.
Does
we-
that
we-
count for
the
the
drinking
drink?
game?
Well, we were talking about reaction figures, and I remembered that I had not bought the black hole reaction figures because I just forgot about them. But I picked up Maximilian and Old Bob. I just got to find some place with Vincent in stock. Very weird mix this week. Some interesting dynamics as well. Went down to Raleigh with some friends. Went to my first conveyor belt sushi place.
How'd that
Ooh.
go?
It was nice. It was very good. I enjoyed everything but the sushi more than the sushi. I had a
That doesn't surprise me.
yeah. I had a fried banana sushi. There was no fish, I think, on it, just rice and a fried banana. Then I had a Hawaii roll that had some kind of it was cooked, not raw. It was good, but their teriyaki chicken and their teriyaki beef was really excellent because it was like a mild teriyaki sauce versus that heavy,
Ooh.
thick stuff like you get in a store. And it was really good. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's definitely a place you go with friends just to try something new, but we enjoyed it. Went to a new comic book collectible place down there. Picked up the first 2 issues of the Dungeons and Dragons Saturday Morning Adventures. Hopefully IDW can finish
IDW.
it.
Okay.
Hopefully they can finish the 3 was supposed to be out today, but apparently Diamond has a issue locally, so I don't know about that. At the same place, I picked up a Zartan G.I. Joe classified Zartan for retail. That's the first time I've seen one anywhere in the stores and also at retail.
What's the number? That's been out forever, hasn't it?
Yeah. 23. But
Yeah.
this is the first time I've ever seen it anywhere other than being online for like 35 and up.
Okay.
I
mean, that's who the line's board on 35 and up crowd.
Yeah. I called Rob about this. I went to Barnes and Noble that I never go to because sometimes they've got some interesting things. And they had with Gundam Universe, they had the Leo.
Okay.
Oh, I saw that in Walmart yesterday.
Yeah. Here's the strange thing. I went ahead and got it because I wanted one Leo for the collection, and I had no idea when and if my Walmart or Target will ever stock it. Mm-hmm. And then I went to the Target close by, and they had it. But it was on a clearance hook marked $12.99.
Oh, wow.
And I asked them, okay, because the barcode scanned as the Exia Trans Am version. So I thought, can you check these to see if these are supposed to be on clearance or not? Because we all know Target marks down stuff really weird sometimes.
Yeah.
He scanned them. He said, no, they're not. But do you want them for that price?
Yes.
I said, yes. So now I have 3 Leos for the price of 2.
Wonderful.
I may keep the third one. I may take it back next time I go to buy Barnes and Noble because I really only wanted one. But when I get basically 3 for the price of 2, I'll take it. So besides, they're the grunts of the truth of the thing. At that same comic book shop, I kind of got a little impulsive there, and they had Gamer Series Bumblebee, which I mentioned I had last week, but I am so in love with this mold and this transformation. I wanted one to display in both modes. And then I remembered what was announced this week after it was announced, and Cliff Jumper is coming. So I realized I could have waited for Cliff Jumper, and then I can switch it back and forth between modes to show off both. So I have an extra Bumblebee now that I'm not sure I'm keeping or not, but that's so. I think this is now my favorite gamer mold so far.
The way to easily resolve this, Don, is not to take back that Bumblebee, but rather to buy 2 Cliff Jumpers and display each of them in both modes.
Yes.
No, because
that is the correct answer, Don.
No, because this is my favorite Cliff Jumper. Prime Cliff Jumper is my favorite Cliff Jumper. So
I don't know that counts.
No.
They're technically kind of supposed to be the same character, but not.
No, I'm gonna side with Brian here. That doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't think it counts. He just had the same name.
Yeah, and thanks to some eBay, some Twitter sales, this was another impulse item. But I got it for about 50 less shipped than anywhere in the U.S. currently has it at retail. And it's the Mafex video game proton cannon version of Iron Man.
Oh, cool.
And it was complete. I emailed the seller. He said he just decided to do strictly X-Men. He's working on his X-Men collection and didn't really need the Iron Man anymore. So I got it for about $55 less than retail everywhere else.
Nice.
So this is probably going to be my definitive, because I've got the Marvel Legends version, but now I can leave it carded because it looks cool on the card because he's holding the cannon. So I got that. Transformer-wise, last 2 things I picked up Deluxe class Optimus Prime from EarthSpark because it's a good-looking figure. Very, very kind of like Prime in the transformation as far as like Transformers Prime. But looking forward to that. And the last thing I got was Shattered Glass Grimlock. Actually, I got 2 of them because it's a Dinobot, and I'm not hedging my bets on Dinobots. But looks great. Can't wait to have a chance to open them. Like the different style head. So yeah, we're looking forward to opening one of them up and taking a look at them.
Very cool. Matt, did you get anything?
No.
Okay, Rob.
I was sent something off of my wish list at tfradio.net/playlist. Benjamin sent me the Playmates Commander Riker.
Awesome.
So yeah, so now I have one with whose shirt isn't torn and whose suitcase was not strewn out of our car in a car accident on like Thanksgiving 1994. So that is it's nice to have, and there was a nice note with it. So thank you very much, Benjamin. I'm glad you you enjoy the glad you enjoy my stuff, and I really do appreciate it. And that is the entirety of what I have gotten this
So,
week.
Cool.
like, the Commander Riker is a really weird choice anyway, because like it's pretty much completely based on Riker from a specific episode.
Yeah.
Power play from season 5. Because
Mhm.
the position of his arm is his broken arm from that episode from the shuttle crash. And that's like what they were trying to reflect with that. And it's just like the weirdest choice that they went with that one specific thing. When all the other toys are, just basic, like generic appearance of the characters.
Mm-hmm. I never was able to figure that out myself. I could picture though Jonathan Frakes going to them and saying, "Just make me look really cool."
Yeah.
And potentially, yes.
Yeah. Now you need a chair for him to sit backwards on.
Yeah.
Or prop his leg over.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
have the bridge play set, so I
That's
could probably do that.
Yeah.
Cool. Chris, what'd you get?
So I'd forgotten over the last couple shows that I did actually pick up something recently. I was at my local Walmart a few weeks ago, and remember we were talking about how some of us hadn't even seen like the Galvatron Shockwave R.E.D. assortment in person. So at my Walmart, they were actually on clearance for $15 each.
Ooh.
So I ended up picking up the Shockwave on the basic recommendation that it's one of the best R.E.D. figures, and like. Well, it's like noticeably better than the Megatron I got from the first wave when that was clearance to like $11 because somebody stepped on the box. But like I wouldn't call it like a drastic improvement over it. The feel overall is maybe a little bit better, like not quite as gummy in the joints overall. The plastic feels a little bit more solid. The likeness on this is just brilliant. Like it's a great looking Shockwave to just set standing on a shelf, or it would be if one of the ankles was not a little bit off kilter, and so it kind of pitches back unrecoverably always. So like yeah, I think this is something of an improvement over early R.E.D, but it's not like the this line's worth buying now at full price or potentially at all.
That's
but
where I'm
like if $15 and as good as this looks to represent just cartoon Shockwave, like I'm pretty fine with it to just have sitting around somewhere. The Megatron gun accessory came warped out of the package, which thanks tissue paper wrapping for keeping that soft plastic accessory with the thin length so safe. But like I do like that the alternate parts are translucent purple fists and an arm cannon. So if you want it to have that little bit more toy look to it, you can. Overall, like it's decent. And for $15, maybe pick it up. I still would not recommend paying full price for this or any of these figures at this point.
Okay, that's what you got.
Yep.
Okay, so we're running a little early, so I'm gonna actually mention something I wasn't gonna mention, but I'll start off with the one thing I did get this week, which was Shattered Glass Grimlock. And I remember when we learned about this, I'd completely forgotten that Shattered Glass Grimlock was a thing. But I really love it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna I don't have no desire to transform him into Dino mode. This is a Grimlock that just needs to stay in robot mode. The Trypticon colors on him look fantastic. I genuinely really like it. I'm extremely happy I got it. So, yeah, Don, I think you'll be happy with it. Other thing I got is actually something I got on Chris's urging. And I wasn't going to mention it because I'm not quite done with it yet. But after completing my 1995 Happy Meal collection, Chris said, well, why don't you go after the orange G2 Devastator? So it's something I've been working on. I had the knockoff, and I got rid of the knockoff because it was kind of crap. But I pretty much have it done, except for two things. I need Scrapper. You see here, I have regular G2 Scrapper, and the gun for Devastator's head, which I forget who he comes with. But for my purpose, this the only thing
came with Hook.
I forget. I don't have it. So it's not cost quite as much to assemble this as I thought. Like I was really worried that I wasn't going to be able to get the piece that connects the legs, like long haul to the legs, but I was actually able to get that pretty cheap. Most of the combiner bits are just standard G2 Devastator, but they're all the same color, so it doesn't matter. As soon as I have Scrapper, I'm more or less done. So
yeah,
so I'm pretty happy with that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So I've got G1, yellow G2. I'll have orange G2 and Tonkinator. Other than like Anime Color Reissue and Diaclone, of course. I don't think there's another version of this.
Wonder if we'll get the Anime Color reissue in the Walmart movie line if it lasts long enough.
Don't know. I should probably go ahead and get it. It's not super expensive.
Yeah, I wouldn't rule out the possibility because it seems like Walmart sold through that first run of the Devastator reissue pretty quick, despite the
extremely quick.
Despite the $80 price point.
Yeah, I saw it once.
Yeah, same. Which, I mean, part of that is just that they probably didn't order a big quantity of them. They probably tempered their expectations on that, but they did sell through them, and that's kind of impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I sold that because reissues, unless they're a repaint, really doesn't fit my collecting pattern.
Right, that makes sense.
So, but I do need the anime version that came out like 10, 12 years ago. However long it was.
Well, seems about right, 10, 12 years.
And I just realized I actually forgot a thing I got.
Oh, what'd you get?
I got the real grade GaoGaiGar model kit because I found it on sale after a friend showed me GaoGaiGar Final, which would probably make more sense if I'd seen the series beforehand. Don says no. I'll go with Don.
You would know who some of the characters are, but they introduced characters in Final that were not in the regular series, and you sort of have to know who they are through the tie-in media, like the manga and stuff like that. When it ties into us, there's a series called Betterman. That's
I've watched Betterman.
Yeah, it's kind of like the cousin.
Yeah, it loosely takes place in the same universe, although there's not any actual direct crossover in either animation.
Yeah, I think the only direct crossover between them happens in one of the Super Robot Wars games. Might be 30. I'm not sure. But yeah. I grabbed real grade GaoGaiGar. It was on sale for like $50 some, which is compared to what I've seen elsewhere was really good. And that looks like it is going to be incredibly complex. It is a box size on par with the larger master grades I've gotten, about the same size as the Regacy Custom, which is a fairly large, complex mobile suit. So,
oh boy,
yeah, it's going to be, and from what I've seen, it's got, it seems to just, it may transform without any part swapping. So, and combine without any part swapping. So I'm looking forward to messing with that when I finally get around to building it. I also got in that same package bottle model glue that'll let me finish the Gundam model I've been stuck in the middle of because a couple of the fins on the back keep falling off. So,
oops.
And that is the stuff I forgot about getting this week.
Cool. Okay. Sweet. Okay. I want to thank everybody out there who's a patron at patreon.com/tfradio. Want to encourage you, if you're not, to sign up. Go to patreon.com/tfradio to join. I actually posted like 4 podcasts to our Patreon today. I posted the new episode of Transform Squadron, which is also on our public feed. The last 2 pre-show podcasts for last week and the week before. And again, the newest episode of There Goes My Money. And those are available to anybody that is a patron, whatever tier. You can get access to that. All patrons get an ad-free version of the show. RFC, the primary podcast, gets posted a day early. Day doesn't mean 24 hours, but if I post it local time, say on Thursday, I won't post on Patreon. I won't post it the public feed till Friday. You get a higher bit rate, weekly Patreon exclusive pre-show podcast. Unedited episodes of RC are exclusive to patrons. If I edit the show, like Don says, something too hot for TV, that goes out. And it gets edited out of the public feed. It goes on Patreon. You get Hot 5 a week early. Patrons at the touch tier get to be on Hot 5, and you also get to be mentioned on the show each week and listed at tfradio.net/credits. I need to do a better job of like posting out when we post all the exclusive content, because there's a lot of it, really. So definitely it's worth a couple bucks to sign up. So I want to thank our patrons at the touch tier, as we do each week: Kevin Dorsey, AJ, Eric Griffin, Tyrell Gwynn, Rick Mahurin, Ryan Bona, Emmett Sresovich, Rabbits, Hector Bones, Ness, Joey Russell, Sean Williamson, Spider Bob, Jay Klein Rye, Sean Hamilton, Jacob Owen Lucia, Sean Bratton, Jason Hiley, and TJ Petrucci. Thank you. Yes. Did I say that right? Petrucci, not Petrucci. Oh, I'm going to have to go back to my email. TJ, I'm sorry. So I know when I did it first, he was like, Brian, you said my name wrong. Then last week he was like, Brian, you said it correctly.
But which one was
And this
which?
week you've done both. So
This week I have done both. I will put like in the show notes, I will put the phonetic spelling in there. So, but yeah, thank you all so much. We really appreciate you guys. Rock. Also, we have our Amazon
Affiliate link.
Affiliate link, tfradio.net/Amazon. Whatever you buy, you use that link. It helps us out, and you don't have to spend a cent more. Let's see here. Rob Springer, he's not here. He's at Rob Springer on Twitter and at zonebase.org, and we posted the new episode of Transform Squadron, episode 44. I can't wait to listen to that. John Luna, he is not here. He's at that John D everywhere. You can find all of our podcasts and stuff at tfradio.net and on Twitter at tfradio, Instagram at tfpodcast, YouTube. We're basically everywhere. Okay, I turned my Twitter back on. I'm not going to turn it off. I'm just going to focus on Transformers. I was thinking, I've been on Twitter for 15 years, over 15 years. So it'd be nice. It's nice to have. So I'm not going to just let it die. I'm going to let it limp along. If you want to follow me there, you can. You can find all my stuff, though, most of the stuff that I do worth doing, at briankilby.com. I just posted a new episode of the Happy Daily, plus a couple of interesting articles that are worth checking out. So, again, briankilby.com. And I'm on the Instagrams at Brian Kilby. Let's see here. Donald Ferguson, how do people get a hold of you?
I can be reached on Twitter at HMRC, the number 4 EVR. I also have a wish list on Amazon, tfradio.net/Don's list. If you would like to look at anything, please don't look at the $800 kitchen pantries. That's just there to remind me to keep checking back on them to see if they go on sale. I mean, if you want to buy me an $800 kitchen pantry, you can, but I'm not expecting it. So just you can just get. Well, we price cabinet refurbishment instead of getting new cabinets. They wanted, like I mentioned, $5,000. So a kitchen pantry will give us all the storage that those cabinets wouldn't at a fraction of the cost. We just have to find the right one we want.
Cool. Okay. That's cool, Don. Rob.
Okay, I'm on Twitter at Rob Flails. That is the Twitter for Flail Throughs, my YouTube channel, which is going along fairly well. This week in Gundam Battle Operation 2, we're getting a fancy version of the Sazabi, which has ridiculously large funnels to basically be the counterpart to the new Gundam statue currently in Fukuoka, Japan, which is it has a gigantic gun that's mounted to its back, because in real life that makes a really convenient stand to hold the statue up. So they made a Sazabi with a couple of large ridiculous guns on its back to match that, but so that's this week's mobile suit. But last week we got a really obscure thing from like the Gundam fighting game that never came out in the US from 1994. So Yeah, there's so much fun, weird stuff in this game. I I still enjoy it. It frustrates me because it's a team shooter, but I do still love the game.
Was the fighting game like arcade or Super Nintendo? What was that?
It was an arcade game. I believe the name was something along the lines of Mobile Suit Gundam EX Review.
Okay. For the life of me, I thought there was one on the PlayStation.
Gundam Battle Assault was the PlayStation game.
Okay.
But that did come out here.
Yeah, that did come out here.
I was certain there was some sort of fighting game that came out.
Yeah, Battle Assault 1 and 2 are not bad, and they are, they came out in the US.
Okay.
But yeah, EX Review was like an arcade game around, like I said, around 92, 93, 94. The mobile suit was the Dole Mill, which is just never, like I said, I think it was seen in one other like ancillary manga or something. It's never shown up anywhere else than that. But it's I really enjoy it because of all the things. It has spikes on its shoulders like so many Xeon mobile suits do. And basically one of its attacks is they get superheated and you nudge people with them. That's the best way I know how to describe it. They, it has a heat nudge for its one of its melee attacks.
Cool.
But anyway, yeah, if you like Gundam YouTube, or if you just, want to see what else I do with my time, youtube.com/flailthroughs. And if I have an Amazon wish list at tfradio.net/playlist.
Sweet. Chris.
Did you plug your Patreon?
Oh, patreon.com/flailthroughs. You can also throw money at me and I will take requests within Gundam Battle Operation 2. And I am really rambling this week. I am so sorry.
You're good. Chris.
It's fine. We're running short. You're getting the people their money's worth. You can find me in our Discord server, tfradio.net/discord. This week I've added 2 new channels to the Discord server. So we have a specific channel for spoiler discussions of like current media, which I thought was a good idea with the movie coming out, and also Strange New World Season 2 going to be starting up in a few weeks here. And we also have a new channel, What We Got This Week, where people can post like their toy hauls and such.
I love that.
And then I broke stuff down into categories too. So like if you don't care about like non-Transformers topics, you can minimize that category. You don't have a bunch of channels filling up your sidebar on Discord.
Yeah, do whatever you want to do. That's great. I love that.
Yeah, I pretty much am.
Yay.
I got a question though, because I just have to know. Did you know Diecast was about to do an episode?
I did not. Yeah, the category that I moved the It's a Don Deal sales channel into and put What We Got This Week, I called There Goes My Money. So that was an interesting coincidence that came up.
That's awesome. Speaking of Diecast.
Oh, you can follow me on Twitter at Diecast2. You can I do have an Amazon wish list at tfradio.net/diecast list. And also you can like my Facebook page at Reviews by Diecast, and you can see all my old reviews and the new ones that are eventually going to be coming at youtube.com/RFC reviews.
And my wish was at tfradio.net/Chris list, which I didn't get a chance to put before Brian threw the diecast.
Oh, cool. And if you want to follow my Facebook page, it's facebook.com/happydayandwilkes. Yeah. Okay, cool. I guess that's it. We'll see you next week. Thank you all for being here.
Bye, everybody.
Take care, all.
Recording stopped.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah.
Any audio problems?
No, you're
Good.
Rock solid. The so the racetrack in Wilkes hosted the NASCAR All-Star race this past weekend. It's the first race that's been run since 1996. Or
Wow.
The first NASCAR race that's been run in 1996. So that was fodder for and the Sherwine Festival was fodder for a podcast. But I've been putting in preposterous Wilkes County related prompts into ChatGPT and having it write articles. And I've been posting those. I think I'm going to narrate them as a podcast.
Uh-huh.
Why not?
But like I wrote an article about Walker Texas Ranger entering and winning the Tyson Holly Farms 400 race, Winston Cup race, NASCAR race, and winning it. Then about the local paper, the Journal Patriot, how back in the 1830s it was founded by Daniel Boone and Abraham Lincoln. So I'm going to continue doing things like that. Yeah, so
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
All right.
You going?
I'm gonna go. I gotta get up early tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, people watching live, I think we're going to go ahead and end the stream. I know it's a little early. Go out and do something fun. Do something for yourself.
Get some sushi.
Get some sushi.
On a train.
I'm logged in the wrong account, so I can't turn off the YouTube yet. So let me go and log in as podcast, switch accounts, podcast. Okay, so people watching live on Twitch, we'll see you later. People watching live on Facebook, we'll see you later. People watching live on YouTube, goodbye.
Kingdom Legends